Hello everyone, my name is PolishLynx, still sick. Welcome to another episode of SC2VN. Okay, we have one new team member for our StarCraft team. Let's try to find another one because, well, that's probably what we need to do. Hopefully there will be someone that can, well, give us something in the game. Okay, I step outside and suck in a deep breath, relieved. The warm afternoon air is sweet and feels good in my lungs. One down. The stairway to my apartment was empty as usual. Sometimes it feels like I'm the only person living in this building. Isolation was a major concern when I was first thinking about coming overseas. If my Korean wasn't possible, it'd be practically impossible for me to be anything but lonely. That's something I don't need to worry about anymore, I suppose. Seoul was proven to be vibrant, crowded and busy. Everything my life back home wasn't. Something as simple as crossing the street can be exciting for someone who has never been in an urban environment for more than a few hours at a time. It sounds stupid, but it's true. Still, before meeting Asol and Jet, I barely talk to anyone offline. StarCraft is one-on-one nature doesn't exactly lend itself to social introduction. It'd be easy to get in touch with the foreigner community out here, but I have a very little desire to skulk around bars with jaded English teachers and washed-up businessmen. Why bother? I sink into my chair and jump the spacebar a few times to wake up my PC. I practice enough at Golden Zone Fire after a recruiting stunt, so I don't bother loading up StarCraft. Jet was pleased to hear about my new pickup, told me it was smart to hold off on not telling Stunt who she was too. I'm sure she will announce her plans on her own time. She'll have to once we've picked up our last player at any rate. With a few clicks, I'm staring at a common StarCraft fansite. The most interesting stuff that goes on in the scene gets posted here, and what people vote as best rises to the top of the page. I don't often visit the Korean community sites. I like them just fine, but I prefer to read English when I get the chance. But no matter where you choose to get your StarCraft news, you'll find no shortage of netizens sure in their opinions on which player is awful or why the game is imbalanced. No, good reasons. Dude was washed up anyway. Left the scene without a GG, typical. Today seems to be no exception. A foreign pro gamer just called it quits, and the comments about him are ridiculously scathing. Sure, he was underperforming recently, but people forget just how much time and passion gets put into even a mediocre professional scorer. The worst part is that most of the people talking smack are either low leagues or don't play the game at all. I take out my phone, hoping to find something on it to distract me from the mindless messes. No text, no new mails, same as when I last checked 15 minutes ago. It's been a while since I've chatted with my friends from back home. Most of them know about my eSports aspirations, but none of them really get it. There's two reactions when someone learns that you play video games full time. Either they roll their eyes or they tell you how lucky you are. Good to know. I've tried to explain to the latter that playing StarCraft really isn't fun in the traditional sense. Winning can be satisfying, but the game is too stressful to actually be called fun, at least for me. It beats a boring minimum wage job, but it sure as hell isn't easy and pays less for all but the best. Yeah, they don't mention that between games on static streams. Pretty much everyone I went to high school with is enrolled in college. When I hear about their great social lives and internships, I can't help but feel jealous. I'll probably end up going eventually. It's not like I can make a living from games when I'm 30. 5 or 6 years of StarCraft and then you're left with the dregs of your prize money and sore wrists, and hopefully some friends and fond memories. With a look back at the computer screen, I notice that my inbox has a message awaiting. I click and I'm staring at a piece of fan mail, the first I've received in a month. What's up, man? I hope your practice is going well. Stuff here has been boring since summer ended and everyone went back to school. So about the VSL Equal, but you got another month, yo? You're still the foreign hope, so make sure you come back from Korea and don't block us while I'm watching. Oh yeah, and don't forget about KGF 2012. Are you going to stream soon? I really like to watch. Make sure you mod me this time, Roth. Oh yeah, and give me a shout out next time you're on casted Mach. Oh, later, dog. Maybe it's inaccurate to call it fan mail. Okay. But maybe it's inaccurate to call it fan mail, considering I've known this guy since before I first started playing StarCraft in high school. Stream. What? So 10 people can watch me play faceless barcodes all day. Pointless. Maybe if I got enough viewers to make some money. He and I really didn't even talk back in school. It wasn't until he found out about my StarCraft skill after graduation that he tried to become my friend. I massaged my temples, frustrated. All that message did was put me in a bad mood. Most of the people who follow StarCraft know less about the game itself than they do about the people playing it. I don't like that I'm expected to constantly bear the scrutiny of strangers. The community is what keeps the scene alive. I know it's wrong to love it, but simply knowing that doesn't make it any easier not to. With an impatient click, my PC groans off. I climb under my sheet and settle in for an early night's rest. The search continues tomorrow. Good morning! I wake up to the sound of rain against my window. Judging by the light, it's morning. It dawns on me that I was supposed to play stunt in a few practice games last night. Whoops! Probably not a great move to blow off the player I just recruited. Breakfast this morning is cold as usual, or at least since I took a chance on some street food. It was actually pretty good, but I ended up sick for a few days. I stuck with cereal in the morning since then. I hope everything is working out on Jet's end. Good management and even a single sponsor will take us a long way. All I can do is focus on the task at hand, finding talent. Oh, I can see energy drinks here. Okay. Not much in your wardrobe. You can call that like that. I put away my bowls once I've emptied it and lock my apartment on the way out. Take an umbrella. My sweatshirt's hood held up against the rain for most of the way, but my hair ended up soaked in the end. Told you, take an umbrella. I shake my head dry once I'm inside, much to the annoyance of the guy at Zolden Zone's Fire's front desk. The cafe is largely empty on most weekdays, at least before school's let out. With a bit of searching, I find Axel reclined drowsy in a computer chair that he must have wheeled over to the lounge area. I'll bet he'd rather be sleeping in at the Crash Team house, but Axel said that he didn't have time to meet me any later. He yawns and waves me over. I pull up a chair from a nearby PC and sit beside him. Plenty to choose from when the place is this empty. Do they not have umbrellas outside of Korea? No, everyone just sprints from place to place if it rains. So anyway, stunt Gregory? Yeah, it will make the next pickup even easier since I've actually got another player to point to. I wish Jet would hurry up and ditch her team already. Asta raises an eyebrow and shakes his head at me. She can't do that yet. Jet has a contract. It has to be over soon, for right? Why else would she be putting together a team if she wouldn't be able to play on it? They vary, but most contracts last either 6 months or a year. Best case scenario, she'll be free at the end of the month. That makes sense. The Victory Starlink won't let anyone with a contract play without their team's approval, but maybe there is no rule against registering ahead of time. Whatever, I'm sure that Jet has this figured out already. Right, anyway, you said you've got a lead on the next player, yeah? Yup, guy named Reva. Flits in and out of top 8 on the ladder. He's won at least a dozen online tournaments this year. Wow, what race does he play? Here's the best part, he plays all 3. His turn is his strongest, but he's been known to switch between races during a long set. He'll even play random. Reva plays Zerg, Terran and Protoss. Whoa, that sounds too good to be true. But this is where it gets weird. He's never turned up to a tournament in person, only plays online. Some people speculate that Reva is just an alias for a top player. I'm not convinced though. It's got a very specific playstyle. It's almost like playing against a highly advanced AI, strong mechanically but only goes for standard macro games. So how am I going to get in touch with him? Other teams have to have gone after a player that good. It won't be easy, but I've got a plan. Not another bad match, please. It worked, didn't it? No, not this time. Reva's on a mean win streak in an online King of the Hill, 12 wins in a row. Granted, most of his games have been against foreigners. It's based in Europe, so it's at a weird hour for us. Point is, we're going to enter tonight. So I beat him and then used that to convince him to join the team. Hold on, I didn't say anything about beating him. I mean, if you do, I'm not going to complain. We're going to play an honorable macro game. Reva hates anything that's not standard. Cheese, rushes, aggressive timings, all-ins, one-pace builds, that sort of thing. So we're going to play a slow, economy-based game instead. But if I play a game in the exact style he's used to, won't I get stumped? Maybe, but it's your only chance to get on his good side. Play him, show off your skill, chat him up, and recruit him. You make it sound so easy. Hey, find your own players if you don't like it. I'm sure there are tons of strategy forums crafts willing to try out. He does have a point. Guess I'm staying in tonight. And by the way, what are you so busy with this afternoon? Team League practice. Got that real zerk of ours to snipe the team kind Terranace. The match is half a week away. Until then, practice! That's how we do it. Beneath his easy facade, I can tell that Axel doesn't seem too pleased by the circumstance. Right then, any final tips against Reva before I go practice for tonight? Yeah, hope you like Mach. It's all I can do not to groan. My favorite. The admin said it shouldn't be more than 5 minutes now. Reva just got finished extending his record to 13 wins. I'm already warmed up from practicing all day, so there is no point of loading up a map to drill my macro. Or anything like that. The only thing I've got to focus on before the game is my build and my nerves. Most players, myself included, tend to get a little bit jittery before a high stakes match. It's a more serious issue at live events with all the lights and cameras and cheering fans, but it can happen in an online setting just as easily. This King of the Hill is broadcast on a commentated live stream. The channel hosting it isn't particularly popular, but the exposure can't hurt. Unless I get beat really badly. Looks like the game is getting started. In the pre-game lobby, Reva remains utterly silent even after I offer a friendly GLGL. Whatever, let's get this going. Green's out opponents with me can play all three, could easily be a hacker. Alright, time to show Reva and everyone else that's watching what I'm made of. I'm watching my scouts trust the map when a thought occurs to me. If this guy supposedly hates rushes, I should be able to score a pretty win against him with one. There's a specific proxy build that works really well on this map, especially against the type of player that Axel described Reva's. I'm at risk in getting the person I'm trying to recruit for. Still, the game is being broadcast online. If I win, there is a chance that I could earn enough cred to find another player anyway. Do I really want to go against Axel's advice? It's only one game after all. Prepare for the drawn-out match. Snag a quid. No, we have to go with long run, I think. It's not a like standard or nothing, anything. I just don't like that I'm playing straight into this guy's strong point, whatever. As expected, the game begins with a long calm. Reva shows absolutely no sign of early aggression, instead focusing entirely on building a strong economy. I use the briefing room to invest heavily into structures for tank production. My scout reveals that Reva's doing the same thing. Just like Axel said, looks like it's going to be a long, drawn-out tank versus tank positioning war. Reva and I split them up in half, one side littered with his bases, defensive structures and tanks, and one side with mine. I'm not particularly comfortable with his style of play. I prefer an agile army accompanied by dropships, but it's next to impossible to break a making terrain if they have a strong economy. Well, I need to start thinking about my next move. He even thought something happened. Whoa, shit, I'm under attack! Reva's inching his tank line towards the center of the map. He managed to find a weak position in my formation. One of my tanks was a bit too far away from the rest, and it got picked off. A nuke? In a serious game? Not here. Not here either. Where's the nuke? Shit, I need to catch it before I lose my army. Boom! There's the ghost! Phew, I managed to catch it before the nuke went off. Alright, with that something. Oh, come on! Ah! Okay, can't screw this up. I pop open the chat box and fire off a message. Your macro is too good, lol. For a while, no response, but just when I've given up hope that he will message me back. Thank you, you play well. You made only a few key mistakes. Perfect. Capitalization and grammar. Whenever anyone does this to me, I feel obligated to fix my typing. Screw it, I'm way too tired after 40 minutes of positional play. Well, actually, that's how I write always. Don't know why, but I kind of had that. Oh yeah, well thanks, I'm actually looking for some practice partners, kinda. Kind of? How? Well, I'm starting a team with a few friends. We're gonna try to qualify for Team League. I see. I'm actually looking to pick up another player, ATM. Would you be interested? For almost 10 seconds, nothing. Each second. Ticking by feels longer than the last. But then, I'm willing to discuss the possibility. Oh, awesome. We're gonna meet up at Golden Zonefire tomorrow afternoon. You're in Seoul, yeah? You know where it is. Oh, you wish to meet in person. Come on, I've already come this far. Keep it together. Yeah, I'm just gonna hang with the team and practice a bit. We're nice, I swear. Another pause, this time longer. I find myself drawing closer and closer to the screen in anticipation of Reva's reply. Very well, I will see you and your teammates at Golden Zonefire tomorrow. How do you suggest I find you? Okay, look for the foreigner, lol. I will do so. Goodbye. With that, Reva exits our chat and prepares for his next King of the Hill match. Did I do it? Did I recruit our last player? Can I celebrate yet? No, better to wait. I mean, he's never even been to an event in person before. There is a chance that he won't show. I step out of my chair and fall into my bed, simultaneously tired and restless. I shut my eyes, but there's no way I'm going to sleep tonight with this hanging over my head. Maybe I should go to Go-Mart. It's not a good idea to drink caffeinated stuff this late at night, but a walk might get my mind off the stress. And let's go for that walk in the next episode, actually. Hope you enjoyed that one. We probably, well, at some point, let's say we have 3.5 teammates right now. Hopefully he will join. So, see you in the next episode. Bye.